What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you a Total War Rome 2 online battle that I fought against Celcidus, or Celcidus, who wants to, he's a prospect for the Wolf Clan. So this is actually, I think, the first match that I fought against him, or maybe it was the second, and a very interesting match. We have taken Suebi and Tylis. I have taken Suebi, he has taken Tylis. We're fighting with regular tournament rules, which is the max 6 of the same unit, I believe. So, with Suebi, I have picked a pretty diverse army, but before I go with Suebi, I'm going to talk about his build a little bit. He has brought Tylis, and of course, he also chose this map, which is Adumatu. Pretty standard map. It's got a couple of, dunes here and there, which could make for a little interesting thing, but for the most part, it's just a plain old desert map. So, he has gone with a pretty standard Tylis build. He's got like a line of Levy Freemen up in front. He's got tribal warriors behind them, 5 tribal warriors, 3 Celtic slingers. He's also brought 3 Oathsworn, who he has interestingly kept on one flank. So, he clearly wants to overpower his right flank or my left flank. He's also brought a total of 4 raiding horsemen, which will obviously be incredibly important for him because they give that extra mobility that Tylis desperately needs because it doesn't have access to heavy horse. And yeah, the 3 Levy Freemen, as you can see here. Meanwhile, for Suebi, I have brought a pretty diverse army. I've brought a couple of club Levy. Each aspect of this army serves its own unique purpose, I think. I've got 2 club Levy. I've got a total of 2 spear Levy. I've also brought a total of 4 wooden-ass spears. A total of 2 sword masters, it looks like. Although I remember it was 3. There's the 3rd. And then 2 Germanic slingers, 2 Cimbri bowwomen, and 3 total Germanic scout riders. Now, the first 2 units, my 2 club Levy, are going to fight up against his Levy Freemen, and these guys are probably the best hard counter to Levy Freemen that there is. The Levy Freemen, you really can't counter them with anything else that is around their price range except for these guys. They cost 200 talents, they have a 10 bonus versus infantry, which is perfect at killing off Levy Freemen, and they cost 200 talents, which means that they are basically the same price as them. So they also have the same amount of javelins, they just don't have the bonus versus cavalry that the Levy Freemen have. So you can see they're slaughtering them with 135 men remaining, and once they kill them off, I can actually pull back my club Levy, which unfortunately I can't do here. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and hold up the tribal warriors while I pop fast charge on my units. Crucially though, fast charge has not been popped on 1 warden-ass spear and 2 warden-ass spears and 1 sword master. So here I'm pulling back my club Levy and get a proper charge in with the warden-ass spears. Warden-ass spears getting around 22 kills here against tribal warriors, but the problem is here I've bunched up a lot of my units, so the tribal warriors actually don't take too many kills don't get too many casualties on the charge. I am moving my sword master general in between the lines though. Club Levy dying here. His Oathsworn is taking concentrated fire from a lot of Germanic slingers and Cimbri bowmen. Meanwhile, my spear Levy are screening away his raiding horse, although they are advancing on my right. So now I'm getting a flank charge on his general, and this really looks pretty good for me and I pop pride too, so the warden-ass spears are going to have almost as good damage as Oathsworn, and with headhunt popped immediately on my sword masters, I should be able to get a lot of kills on his general. Intercepting with this berserker here with pride and fast charge against this tribal warrior, but it just doesn't get a proper charge in. And neither did these warden-ass spears, and so the tribal warrior over here is doing much better than it should. He's kept 2 tribal warriors behind, and now he's overpowering my left flank with his 2 Oathsworn, and it's up to my Germanic scout riders and Cimbri bowwomen to try and help me out there. So warden-ass spear are going to get slaughtered on the charge by 2 Oathsworn, but here my sword master, despite getting 50 kills, his Oathsworn is actually doing very well for how badly they're fucked. A sword master with pride and a warden-ass spear in the front with pride, fast charge pop really should have been taking more damage. I'm not really sure what happened there, to be quite honest with you. Tribal warriors intercepting the last club Levy and killing them off. Berserkers here out of control, but they're losing a lot of men. They've only gotten 44 kills. I've only brought one of those berserkers, and there's a reason for that, because while they do have a nice purpose in inducing that fear ability, because of the fact that everyone has precursor javelins now, they just don't do well. And here, Swordmaster General recently died, wavering, only got 60 kills despite a flank/rear charge. Really not sure what happened there. And this is a poor move from me. I very easily just moved my Swordmasters and tried and intercepted his raiding horsemen successfully, but they're so far away already that my mainline is crumbled. That one Swordmaster could have held out a couple of these Oathsworn here, but now and over here my Ordnance Spears are dying. General recently died here. They're wavering though. 70 morale for these guys. I don't know. They rout with 125 men. That's just insane. I mean, I shouldn't complain because, you know, General recently died, but they not only do they have encourage, they even have 70 morale, which is basically the second highest morale that you can find in the game. I just don't think they're a type of unit that should rout with 70 men remaining. And I don't even, did they get rear charged? I don't know if they got rear charged. Doesn't look like they have, otherwise they would have gotten that penalty. So yeah, without a rear charge, seems like they've just routed with 125 men. How is life fair? Pulling back with my main line here. Kimberly Bowman 28 kills here, 8 kills with the Germanic Slinger, another Kimberly Bowman with a single XP chevron, slaughtering the Oathstone General, and now his general has also recently died, which means a lot of these Levy Freemen are going to break, especially this, also that Spear Warrior. Germanic Scout Riders, I haven't used them at all in this game so far, but now I'm going to use them to catch the raiding horsemen, and now they're shaken. The Swordmaster killing off one of the other raiding horsemen. Not taking too many casualties. I believe he doesn't have fire pull turned on. I turn around my slingers and my Kimberly bows, fire into the raiding horsemen. They take some damage, but they're going to intercept some of these Germanic slingers, which is really bad for me. Maybe oh, these are just 2 Germanic slingers. Okay. No. Oh, 2 Germanic slingers. One of them has actually done pretty well, but both of them are going to rout. They don't have the double-handed spear. So here, raiding horsemen getting slaughtered by Kimberly Bowman and Germanic slingers, but I've lost 2 slingers, which could have made a huge impact in this game. Here, using my Germanic Scout Riders to get some very crucial morale penalties on these very lowly. I'm so surprised the Levy Freemen stayed on. Crazy. Oh, fucking hell. You know what, I'm not even going to take that. This game is... fuck that. Alright, so here I'm going to fire into the rear of these Oathsworn with my Germanic Scout Riders. They're going to make their presence felt here by firing into Oathsworn, but they should be firing into their rear. I should be doing better coordination between my Germanic Scout Riders and my archers. Here I intercept one of his raiding horsemen, which I think is a pretty critical move, so that I can kill them off, and so that they won't be able to kill off these skirmishers. Here, this Oathstone is being led away by 2 Germanic Scout Riders. He's making a pretty big mistake there by splitting away his Oathstone, but he is in a very, very good position at this point. Here, Kimberly Bowman just going to slaughter this Oathstone. They are really not going to like getting concentrated fire, and they're already in. They have very low HP, so yeah, they're going to die by the dozens there. Besides that, he has one tribal warrior at full strength that has done brilliantly. He's got another Oathstone at basically full strength. Some more tribal warriors. It's just so bad for me. I have 3 Germanic Scout Riders, couple of Kimberly bows who've done really well, and a full strength Swordmaster here. So massive numbers advantage, but massive mobility advantage for me, which I'm going to try and exploit with my Germanic Scout Riders. Now you can see these guys are very light. They're resistant to fatigue too, so they have been running around the entire game. They're only winded despite this being a desert map. Now he's left some holes here, and I'm going to poke into those holes with my Germanic Scout Riders, and they attack those Celtic Slingers in the rear. They are going to take a bunch of unnecessary damage from those tribal warriors though. But I needed to stop the Celtic Slingers, otherwise they would have killed my Kimberly Bowman. Meanwhile, the Kimberly Bows are getting great rear shots onto the tribal warriors, although the tribals really not dying to rear shots. That's just insane. Here I catch his Oathstone. He's popped Headhunt, but it's still first phase. General dead, and now I'm going to pop a Headhunt, get a rear charge with Flaming Shot on with my Germanic Scout Riders. They're steady. If I was able to rout them, that would have been crucial, but you can't really rout Oathstone like that. Pop Shield Wall on my Swordmaster. The general is, the Oathstone is exhausted. They are attacked in the rear still. The Levy Freeman has routed. Here, his Celtic Slingers again, big gap. Going to destroy them with my Germanic Scouts. This is why I think leaving Javelin Cavalry to the end game is just very, very helpful. And now I'm going to come in for a second charge with Germanic Scout Riders. They are not using Flaming Shot, it looks like. Swordmaster still in Shield Wall. And here I'm just going to come in for coordinated rear charges with 2 Germanic Scout Riders. This Oath Sworn shaken because it's been attacked in the rear. Second time. Wavering now. And meanwhile, Celtic Slingers haven't taken too much damage, but they are wavering. They are under constant threat from those Germanic Scout Riders. And there, one of the Oathsworn has routed with around 60 men left. This tribal warrior is wavering. And if I can get a rear charge now, I think they've stabilized. Ah, fucking hell, they stabilized. But they're very tired. I'm going to pop Flaming Shot now. And hopefully this rear charge should do the trick. They are only 55 morale units. And this rear charge should expose that weakness. Maybe with 75 men, will they rout? Yes, they've routed with half strength. It just shows that's the critical weakness that you can exploit with against tribal warriors. Here, Kimbri bowwomen who are out of ammo go to charge into Celtic Slingers and die there. And I still have this Kimbri bow. It's got 98 kills. And that Kimbri bowwoman that sacrificed their lives has allowed my Germanic Scout Rider to charge in here and then destroy these guys. Celtic Slingers getting good shots in though. And I'm forced to pull through. But I killed off a decent number of those Celtic Slingers. They're wavering and they're taking rear shots there. Now he's got a tribal warrior with 131 men, 141 tribal warrior, half strength Oath Sworn that's taking front shots from my Germanic Scout Riders, so not rear shots. But they're taking flank shots from my Kimbri bowwomen though. Also charge in with my sword masters. They are exhausted. He's popping a second headhunt on his Oath Sworn here. And I'm forced to pull out with my Germanic Scout Riders. Although I managed to charge in with the second one and then eliminate his Celtic Slingers. Which is essential because my Kimbri bows don't have any shields. So Swordmasters here, 89 men, also rout because, army losses. Just nothing I could really do. I'm really surprised how so many of my units just routed with full I can understand the Warden Spear maybe because General routed, but they weren't attacked in the rear, so I'm a bit salty about that. But the biggest unit I'm so super salty about is my Swordmaster General. I get a rear charge on a Tribal Warrior and an Oath Sworn. I pop Headhunt and Pride, and it was a fast charge rear charge too with my General, and he gets 60 kills. It's not like the Celtic Slingers did a fair bit of damage on him, but I'm still so shocked that he routed like that, or he died like that. So yeah, kind of a disappointment, but all in all a pretty fun game to watch and pretty fun game to play. Well played to Celsidus, and we've got a few more games that I'll bring to you guys that were a lot of fun and very close, and hope you guys enjoyed this replay and stay tuned for more. Peace.